Guys, before we start the video, I want to let you guys know that I've finally been able to open up my YouTube shop. So the next time you're watching any of my videos, if you look below the bar, kind of like right there, you're gonna see a little bar where you can purchase some Salvage Nation merch. We've got new t-shirt designs, we got new hat designs, we got new stickers, and the first 100 subscribers to make an order in the new Salvage Nation shop below. Right now, go to it now, choose something, support the channel. You're gonna get a discount by using the link in the description down below. To celebrate the opening of the new Salvage Nation merch shop, which is exclusive to YouTube, I'm gonna be giving you a discount, and the discount code is down in the description down below. If you click that discount code, you will receive a discount. So, thank you for supporting the channel. Let's continue with the video. This unit was just 70 quid with my trader's discount. This is the big one, look at this. Let's check out everything that's wrong with the chassis on my BMW M135i. Like every time I see it, I just think of a Coke can being crushed. Boy, oh boy, have I got an update for you. What's up my people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. I am happy because in this episode we should be getting this car. There it is. We should be getting the front end assembled on my 2014 BMW M135i. And to do that, I'm gonna need a few bits. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I need in a minute. But before I go, I wanna give a massive shout out to one of my subscribers who literally saw the videos. He's been subscribed to my channel, and I got my first ever bit of fan mail. And I'm telling you, this fan mail is, trust me, it's a class act. So thank you very much, mate. You know who you are. But check it out. So he said he's been watching my channel for a while, and he saw the M140 and he saw the M135 build, and he said, look, I've got something that you might like, so let me send this over to you and check it out. Look, no word of a lie, he sent me out these carbon fiber mirror covers, and look, like these things are super heavy. It's not like no fake like rubbish carbon, it's like it's real carbon fiber, and it's mad. Listen, this thing is solid. And as an added bonus, he went ahead and he included some smoked out LED mirror lights. These are the indicator lights for the mirrors as well, so we're going to be doing all of that later on. But for today, as you've seen in the thumbnail, we've got to repair the chassis leg on the car before we can even think about any other mods, and we're gonna get straight into that. But before we do that as well, another reason why I'm so excited, I've got a quest to make Salvage Nation one of the best channels on YouTube, and I want to make the best content, so I got a new lens. A lot of you have been commenting about a new camera, but check this out, new lens, a bit wider, so you can go really wide like that, or you can come close, or you can go wide. But it's a wide angle lens, and it means that you're gonna get a better shot, better angle, more action for you guys at home, and I hope you enjoy it. Right, let's check out all the bits that we've got and what we're gonna do to the car. Alright guys, so in the last episode, we got started on the other side. We got that back in position, and that is looking great. But if you remember right at the end, I told you that this side was so badly damaged, we're not gonna bother pulling it and everything. Well, I phoned up my local BMW dealership, and we were able to get these. So these are the actual bits of the chassis that are bent on my car, and they actually supply these, and they're actually surprisingly cheap. So this part here, which is right here, and I'll put a picture of the diagram that the dealership sent to me somewhere in the picture right here, and I just selected the numbers that I needed. This unit was just 70 quid with my trader's discount, but this is the big one. Look at this. It's like a little mini rocket. Check it out. Let me take it. So just to prove to you as well, I have it. This got delivered about an hour ago from BMW, and I'm going to be working all night trying to disassemble everything to get this in place. This is not the entire chassis leg. If you look, have a look, it's just half of it. So it's the outer piece that we need, and we can trim this to whatever we need. Now, I'm gonna explain to you exactly what we're gonna do, but if you look at the chassis leg there, it's joined at the top and at the bottom, and Guys, another thing, a lot of people, especially when it comes to chassis work, everyone's got an opinion on YouTube, but the damage on this car is to the front of the main bolt where the subframe bolts onto the car. And that is reinforced, and if it was bent there, it would be a different story. But this thing is like, this is from the dealership, and it's not that thick. It's not reinforced steel. It's not like super hard metal. So we should be able to weld this up and get this really strong, really safe. But the plan is, we're gonna put it on the jig, pull it out, try to get it into place as much as we can. And then we're gonna cut away on the broken one, the outer shell, which is this, and we're gonna leave that inner shell because I don't think you can see it on camera, but we've already checked it. The inner part of the chassis leg has only got one little kink like that. So it's just kinks like that. We should be able to straighten that up without any issue. But the outer one is literally folded like a Coke can. So we're gonna take that apart, cut it at a certain point, just the outer section, which is gonna maintain that rigidity and that strength of the original chassis, because we're not cutting the inner section of that chassis leg. We're gonna mark it up and we're gonna put this into place. Now BMW has also sent down some pop rivets and special sealant / glue for putting all of this stuff together. And then on top of that, we're gonna be welding it, spot welding it into place as well. And this is gonna be as good as new. So this is one and this is the other. That is gonna go kind of like there. And hopefully with these two in place, then I can put on this bad boy. Check it out. So guys, there you have it, complete front slam panel, and I've got two xenon headlights as well. This has got all the plastics, all the horns, everything, all the sensors. This has been hiding in plain sight. I've had all these parts for so long. I've got the front bumper over there. It's just the chassis leg. I need to get that in place. So now that we've got a plan, I'm gonna stop talking because I am as excited as you guys to get this front end on the car, and then we can start moving in the right direction. Because trust me, once it gets to the modern stage, I am telling you, I have got so many things to do to this car. We're gonna turn this car into an absolute beast, and I'm not even gonna give any more away. Let's get to work. I need to strip down the front end. All the work that I've done over the last 2 episodes, we're gonna reverse all of that because you've got to strip everything down, take the wings off, take everything off, and start getting to work on that bent chassis. You see guys, that's why I use water. I knew it was gonna be coming back out. That's why I use water with a little bit of red coolant that we had here hanging around, and not the expensive blue stuff. I saw a few comments in the last episode saying that BMWs carry blue coolant. Trust me, once it's time for final assembly, we're gonna have all the proper BMW stuff going back into this car, because I'm gonna be tracking it every now and again, and I don't wanna break my engine. So let's continue getting all of this off the car. Guys, that was a task. With all of that done, I'm gonna jack the car up and remove the wing and continue. I do not want to damage this because this is in great condition and I don't want to be spraying my wings. But with the wing off, let's check out all the damage because I can see it. And it's bad, but it's not that bad. I'm happy. Let's check it out. Alright you guys, so let's check out everything that's wrong with the chassis on my BMW M135i. Like every time I see it, I just think of a Coke can being crushed. It's so bad, but we've got just the right thing. So check it out. So as you can see, if we start right here at the top, we already know that it's gone back that way. But now that I've taken the wing, you can see it's got a little dent right there. Let me zoom in for you. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that little dimple right there. But if I come from this angle, you can see right here, it's gone downwards. I'd say by about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. It's not too bad, so we're gonna have to push it up like we did on the other side. But this is where all the damage is. Have a look at that. Now, this is really bad. This is really bad. This is what I was saying. This external skin, or that's all I can call it, because look, for a chassis leg, that is super thin metal. That is thin as ever. Now the interior one is only bent kind of like just like that, so we can straighten that back up like so. And then this one, if you look, it's just got these tiny little spot welds right there. I've got a funny enough, a lot of you guys were saying get a belt sander, and I've got one coming in the post. So hopefully that will come tomorrow, and then that would assist us. But what we're planning to do is just remove all of these spot welds. But before we do that, we have to connect the jig. The jig is over there somewhere. We're gonna connect the jig right here. We've got some clamps on or here, and we just need to try to pull it back into place as much as it will go. And then we can cut it. Now, this chassis leg goes all the way back. But as you see over there, there's no damage round to the back. There's no damage. And the key point is, this is the connection here where the subframe meets, where the subframe bolts up to the chassis. And there's no damage to the back of that. And we want to keep that intact because that's kind of like the trajectory of the entire car, and we want to keep that intact. So if we can get a cut just on the outside layer, and remember, the inner layer is going to stay intact. We're just going to straighten that out. If we can cut the external layer right here and then use this, as you can see, then we can measure up to this one and we can cut this and we can weld this into place. In terms of this top section here, we're gonna go through with all of these spot welds. Like, this episode is gonna be so technical. We're gonna be cutting through all of these spot welds. We're gonna be tearing all of these different layers apart, and then this one literally is gonna just weld straight into place. Is an exact copy. And I got these from BMW. Here it is, BMW service. I paid £101, believe it or not. 101 quid, and I've got the bits that I need. And this is from BMW, like, it comes in pieces. Like, you don't need to change the entire thing. And I've already cleared it with BMW, and like I said earlier, they've given me some special sealant. They told me just to make sure you use the sealant. I've got some special huge spot rivets. I've got some special huge pop rivets, and they told me just use the pop rivets to keep everything in place, and then I'm gonna weld as well. So this is gonna be 10 out of 10, baby. Right, it's getting super late, man. Like, I've been working at my day job all day, and then I came here just gone 6 p.m. It's now about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm tired because I got work tomorrow. So we're gonna pack up right now, and we're gonna pick up everything tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright you guys, so as you've seen, it's the next day. We got the car from outside into the garage, and you know that can only mean one thing. First of all, what do you think of this wide lens, man? I love it. You can see so much. Like, I'm just happy with the lens. You let me know what you think of the new lens. I've got some new angles and stuff. Just trying to experiment with how I deliver my content. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If there's anything I should be doing differently or better. Anyway, like you saw yesterday, I've got these two pieces, but I'm gonna give you a joke. This is what BMW, and just to show you, this is what BMW is giving to put the chassis on with. These replacement chassis bits is literally rivets and glue. Like, come on. And that just goes to show that there's not a lot of kind of structural emphasis on this particular part of the chassis, because they're expecting us to hold this in with rivets and glue, and they said that that's how they do it in the factory. but we're gonna be spot welding it in. So we're gonna use the glue to just hold things in place because apparently it protects, I don't know, it protects the seam as well. There's some sort of seam sealer built into the glue, but we're gonna be doing our own thing, making it nice and strong. As you see here, we've got the dozer out of storage, so we're gonna be pulling this chassis, getting it as straight as possible before we continue, and then we're gonna be just separating all the seams, and we're gonna find a way to put it in. So you've got a very technical segment of the video coming up, but this morning we opened up the garage, and this was in the post. Check this out, more performance parts. FTP Tuning sent me out something for the car. Stay tuned to the end of the video, and we're gonna be installing this at the end. It's gonna be good. But for now, the main important thing is getting the chassis sorted, so let's jack the car up. I need to take all the wheels off, take all the plastic off, clean this area up, and we're gonna start to pull and get this old chassis cut out and get this new one in place. Huh? Yeah, man. I've tried to minimize as much of like what we need to do. Like
we're gonna take off this one.
Okay.
Just this arm.
Yeah.
We're not gonna cut it.
Yeah, and the other one here, the other section is right there. Yeah. Cool. So guys, listen, I know this is very technical, but it's going to plan. And we're just trying to minimize the need for cutting off the car. So we're gonna use as little of the new bits that we need as possible. And that top arm has straightened up a lot. Really, really good. So I'm gonna stop talking. Let's continue. I wanna get everything as plumbed up as we could, and then we can test fit with the front slam panel. Alrighty guys, I think I'm gonna give you a bit of an update. There's a lot that has gone on, and if you look in the background, Akila's over there measuring up everything. This is the final measurement. We always operate by a thing of measure 2 times, cut and weld once. So we're cutting the last bit of the replacement chassis, well, half of a chassis leg that we got, just lining it all up, but we've managed to clear everything. Everything is pulled back to the right position. We've cleaned it all up and we've prepped. Everything is now ready to put in that replacement piece. So things are going good. I'm happy. Akil, you happy?
Always.
Always. Angus, you happy?
I am happy.
You happy, yeah?
Yes.
Guys, are you at home happy? I'm happy. I hope you are. Let's continue. Alrighty guys, so it's actually about 2 hours later, and boy oh boy have I got an update for you. Check it out. There's a lot of work that's taking place. The car is looking nice. Are you ready to see it? Let's check it out. So there you go guys. Where do I start? The last time we checked in, Akil was welding up that piece that we put onto the chassis leg. All of that went on, we did our measurements, we went ahead and we test fitted this front slam panel. Have a look, everything is lined up down there, everything is lined up here on the top as well. And the same thing goes for this side, everything is lining up nice there. We got some issues with the gaps, and we can sort that out at a later date, but I am happy the front end is coming together, and now because everything is all done, we can really press ahead and really start to get this front end of this car looking 110%. But it's actually started to come together. It's started to look like a car, and I am happy. Have a look at that. I could not be happier, because I really want to just get the car back together, get it running and driving, and then we're going to be modding. We got so many things. Have a look over there, that big old box, KSB. If you know, you know. But before we end the episode, if you were watching from the beginning, at the beginning of the episode, I told you that once we get to the end, I will be fitting something that was in the box. There it is. That box was sitting on the top of the car for the entire day, and I was burning to open it, but I want to open it with you guys on camera and fit the part that's in that box. It's easier, it's a performance part, but it's going to be easier to fit it now before I assemble the front end finally. So I'm just going to go ahead and fit that, and I'm going to go ahead and fit something else that's in the boot. So let's get those bits out. I gotta take the front stand panel back off the car, install these two parts that I'm talking about. You're gonna see them, and then we can end the episode. But if you've made it this far, I thank you for watching to the end. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I'm gonna stop talking about YouTube algorithms and all that jazz. Let's continue. Let's get these bits on the car. Guys, check this out. I'm gonna be running a catch can because I'm pushing the car to stage 2+. There will be a full episode on taking the car to stage 2+, but for now, I'm putting this on and I don't wanna go back and take it to redo the same thing. So I'm just gonna put all the hardware in from now and then at a later date, once the car's done, then I'll do everything else. But I've transferred over this sensor. This is I think it's the charge air heating element. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've transferred it over and I've just fitted the tube, which is gonna go to the catch can. And then I can put a Jubilee clip on this, tighten it all down, and then I can install this, and then this should go to my intake. And then that way, I don't have to go back to this. But check this out, FTP Motorsport, check it out. I'm happy with that. And as you just saw as well, I'm also running uprated intercooler to really keep those temperatures really nice and cool for the engine, which should give me more power. But that's a later date. Stay tuned, subscribe, you don't wanna miss that one. Let's get this on the car. Alright guys, so there you go. Here's another day. It's done here at Salvage Nation, and trust, look at me. I'm a mess. Everything is aching, my back, my arms, my hands. However, take a look. The front end is coming together. The chassis has been repaired. Well, in the next episode, we're gonna continue with just the treatment. So I'm gonna be putting down some anti-rust primer, some seam sealer, etc., etc. In the next episode, we will be continuing to assemble the front end. But for now, have a look. Here's my uprated intercooler. That's gonna keep temperatures nice and cool when I push this car to stage 2+. It should be pushing between 430 to 450 brake horsepower, and this, trust me, this thing is going to be crazy. In the next episode, I will be installing my catch can and just a whole bunch of other little bits and bobs. We've got a lot of companies that's getting involved with this build. So I'll give you an example. MHD is on board, XHP is on board. We've got another company recently that got on board yesterday actually, called Carbon Accents. They're gonna be sending me out lots of carbon bits for the car. So trust me, this car is gonna be transformed both inside and outside. We're gonna be taking it back down. If you remember when I done the episode for Akil, this car is going down to see Valentino at VPEX Trims as well. So guys, trust me, if you've made it this far and you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button because you wouldn't want to miss what's coming on this build. I am knackered. I've been on this car all day and it's time to head home. So this is where we're gonna end this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, press that like button. And like I said just now, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, just subscribe. It helps me, it helps the channel, and hopefully you get more amazing content like this for your viewing pleasure. I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna head home. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch, or click here to check out this playlist on one of my previous builds. And I'll catch you in the next one. We out.